When did they get going? About an hour ago.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, oh, not bad. They're making good progress. So the conductor pipe didn't even have to go 10 feet into the ground.
Well, he should have done more, but that's just his fault.
Right.
I'm hoping to get into solid enough ground to where we don't even have to use stations. We're making a lot more.
Making a lot more now, right? We've got a lot more water production, right?
Yeah, can you see how much the mud is getting more secure? And see, don't forget that pool is under pressure, so you can't tell unless the log comes in. When he shuts down, then you see how much.
Right. The original well is in there. Now.
It's been changing steady, huh?
Right? Just every 10 feet it's changing a little more. Look at that.
That's a good sign.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Get down 160.
Production. Now we're getting production. How about that?
That's doing something now.
Oh yeah.
It's changing fast.
Absolutely. You see, and this is totally contrary to hydraulics, right? Hydraulics tells us to go into the valley, collect the rainwater. Hydraulic doesn't tell you to come on top of the mountain and drill through rock, right?
It's just totally opposite.
There you go. And yet, there's water and rock if you know where to look.
See, my dad came from all the Artesian. The first day we dug out, that was like 38 years ago, he said, "You're freaking crazy."
He even said it, right?
Yeah, he said, "You should be down there."
Down there. cite that one there.
The guy that drilled that well over there in 1954.
54.
And he said, he told the guy that lived here before me that he was fucking crazy. All he did was dig these little things down there and he never had over 2 gallons a minute. First thing day I moved in, he said, you frickin' listen to me.
Now he knew the structure, or he knew how to douse.
No, he did everything. Douse, he knew the structure.
Yeah.
He saw where the water poured into the highway when they lowered it.
Yep.
He said, you do what I damn well tell you to do and you won't have no problem.
Beautiful. I love it.
You know what? I'm gonna listen to this.
I'm gonna listen. That's what I tell people. Listen to this guy. 50 years he's been doing it.
So anyway, the road driller got here. He said, you're fucking crazy. You're gonna dig there. And I said, you do what that man tells you.
Exactly right.
Anything else.
There you go. I love it. And that was his farm over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
At one time he had 640 acres.
Oh.
Yeah, he said, I know every spring and fall within 30 miles.
That's the thing. If you got a big enough property, you can see where springs are coming out. You can see where faults are. Absolutely. Look at that. We're getting good production here now. There we go. That's what we want to see.
Because it's only a 6-inch or 5.5-inch depth presently.
Oh, so they're pulling out the...
So that they can ream deep wider to receive these two pipes used as a conductor.
Oh,
Put
gotcha.
them in, concrete it in so that it doesn't cut under now. You need to seal this off.
Okay. Is that the reaming bit over there, probably?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And...
Oh, there it is. Okay.
So we're going to pick up a shit pipe full of water just by reaming too.
Right.
Because we are in a fracture, you know, so the fractures are going to be bigger diameter, the higher, more production.
Right. Okay.
So I'm glad that you got to come and see this.
How much are they pulling out? About
Everything.
100 foot, maybe?
All of it. They have to put the reamer pipe on. So then they can go to put these,
Because those are wider. That's about what, 8-inch there maybe or more?
yeah, I think they're 8
inch.
And then they're going to go in there with the standard 5 3/4. Looks like we were not happy. It cleared up very nicely.
Oh yeah, they clear very quickly.
Which means that we are already now we are in granite.
We're in the granite.
Quartz granite.
Quartz
This is where we could potentially have value. Okay?
Gotcha.
But now it's going to take a couple of hours to do all that.
To do all that work.
And then Joe is going to extract some dirt because if we got any more water, we'll just skip over these.
Yeah, he's got to... Well, water's going to come. they removed all the drill pipe, and then they put on a larger bit to bore it out about 8 inches. That's what they're doing now. They're going to go about 30 feet, he thinks. And they're doing that so they can fit that conductor pipe down in there. About 8-inch conductor pipe. So they're reaming it out down only about 30 feet. And then they'll go back to a smaller diameter bit, drill bit.
That was our first contact with water.
And that's what kind of a rock you call it?
Greenstone. This is in the greenstone family for a catch-all.
Okay.
Amphiboles. The super family.
Olivine is
part of it.
Part of it, right.
Yeah. This is everybody here.
And that got hit at, I don't know, 20 feet?
Yeah,
30,
30.
boom, we were into that.
So we need these fractured material we need in hard rock, because if the rock wouldn't fracture, then it says it wasn't cracked.
Aha, okay.
This is how you can tell. And look at the color difference too.
Yep.
When you get that pan, after a while I'll check it every so often, because there will be plenty of water to wash with now.
Feet, by the way.
They did go 100 feet?
100.
No, I mean originally, but we don't have enough.
No, he said he thought they were only going to drop to 30, but it looks like they'll go at least 2 of those.
2 is 40.
Yeah. But maybe they cut off when they seed it. They may just cut off one of them, right?
After that, it gets pretty stable.
Yeah.
That kit is pretty tough. That thing weighs a little more than it looks.
That's a heavy bit. That's a heavy bit.
These are commonly referred to as hammer bits. These are old hammer bits. There's no rotary in there.
Okay.
Okay? This is strictly pounded.
Hammer bit.
Pounding and turning.
Did they use any rotary yet? No.
Okay.
All hammer, yeah. Okay.
Especially not now because we are in stone.
Okay.
Now that's the bet that they're going this is how much material fell in to hold this pipe in place. And the ring, it filled the whole damn thing up.
So now they've got the 8-inch on there now. Okay.
the sealer.
That's what he's doing there?
Yes. See, you put that rubber around it. Well, they actually make it, factory make it, but hell, that's a tire inner tube, isn't it?
It's an inner tube, right?
Americans are genius that way.
He's going straight down the conductor pipe. And now he's going to start drilling again?
I don't know what he's doing.
Just making sure it's cleaned out, I guess. All right. Oh, boy, he's really backing it up over there. All right.
These guys sell 100 chickens a week. You know what the
Chicks or
I think they're full.
wow, full grown, huh?
I think they raise them too. I think it's a dark blue.
All right, so he's in that patch and another back to the 6 3/4. It looks like. Yeah, he's back to 6 3/4. Okay, so he's going to sink the 6 3/4 back down probably 5 times.
These are good. So the water level rose to 50 feet.
Exactly, it's got to be what? 50 feet basically, right?
15 from 100 to 50 feet.
Okay.
So the total, if you start to have a head pressure of 20 pounds, something like that. 20 psi is coming in.
Now, is he drilling slowly? What is he?
Yeah, he's going back over the hole. He's not down to the bottom yet, see?
Okay.
He was in there, where did he? He's about 60 feet. But all the stuff that fell in on it went together.
Oh, right, right. What's the sleeve on there for at the bottom?
It's to keep the stuff that we're cleaning out of the hole right now.
Oh, there's some stuff coming up outside of it. Just stop it from hitting people coming out too hard.
No, because we got our conductor and we got a 10-inch hole.
Yeah.
And there has to be a seal board around the casing.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
So we keep all that open.
What are you at now? Back to 6 3/4 or
This is 6 and an 8.
6 1/8?
And that's a fixed up.
Ah, gotcha. Still getting that manganese in there.
What's that?
That dark, it looks like an oil. That's manganese. Interesting. Common to what they call green rock formations. Olivines, gold, which is known to be around here. And that's just manganese. It's kind of a lubricant inside all that.
You got that same stuff that's in granite.
Yep, we're in a quartzite granite formation getting in here. Those are highly prospective for water. No, not at all. But he's taught me to look down for water instead of wait, look for the rainwater. That's it. You can get water from rock. We're proving it right now. This isn't where hydrology teaches you to drill. Hydrology says go down there in the valley and collect the rainwater. This says come up on the high part and get in the structure, in the fissure. Now we're into
This is our
there
production.
it is.
This is our production zone.
Back into that production zone. Look at
Yeah.
that. It's that green rock again, huh?
Well, it's an altered.
It's starting to change.
These are still altered serpentines. See,
Serpentines.
this is a meta-sedimentary. Nicely fractured, so that suggests a good production possibility. So now he's doing about 25 gallons an hour. Manganese.
It's still on the surface, isn't it? $226?
Is that what I said?
You said less than 300.
Okay. Just so that you know that I'm on my toes.
So, because of this, the turbidity is high, but the parts per million is low. That's the difference between turbidity and...
Turbidity has nothing to do with photovoltaic power.
Right. But why is it dark? We think salt dissolves solid, but it's not, right?
No, it's not.
Is that what turbidity is?
Turbidity
When it's
is
mixed-
clay.
Oh, it's a clay.
Turbidity, colloidal, colloidal, clay-like.
Down about 120 now. That's 120. Still it really goes, huh? We're now at 160 feet. It's been a pretty steady flow of around 20 gallons a minute. Still in this darker gray clay after we went through some green rock features. We did. After that change up, it went from a darker gray to a lighter gray. Just now getting a little more, light brown in there, huh? Piece of granite there, right? Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm almost wondering if it's even too much.
Definitely changed color. Turned into a gray now, brownish gray rather than dark gray. We've been looking for this. We're about 200 feet now, just going into 200 to 220. Down around 240 feet, beginning to get a change in color to a bit brown from the dark gray black. We're finished 280 feet. This is the last pipe. I'm gonna get 266, holding steady. Now down to 300 feet. This is where they're going to stop. Production hasn't picked up in about 40 feet. We'll leave it be at 300, come back tomorrow, do a clean out. And typically you get about 15 to 20% more flow once you do the clean out, well development.